What is up, guys? Welcome back to the homestead. We got my cousin Mark with us here today.
What's going on, guys?
And we are inside working in the shop. We got quite a bit of snow, but we're doing brakes on the Subaru.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so as a lot of you may know, the Subi has been a little bit meticulous lately. We haven't had it running for the last month and a half, I'd say. Finally took it into some guy, got the head gasket done. He went through, he did every gasket on the engine, kind of cleaned everything up. Hopefully it's good to go now, but he did say it needed brakes. You know, he went to push it. One of the brakes was seized up. Long story short, it needs brakes. So that's what we're working on today. We're just going to be doing the front brakes on this. We're going to be doing a full brake job. So calipers, rotors, and pads. Hopefully it goes smoothly. Lefty loosey, right?
I think so. That's what they taught me.
Yeah. Got all of them. Going up. We might go to the third, actually. Let's see. There would work. Let's do that. That's almost perfect.
Top.
So 3 holes out,
Yep.
and then there's a little bolt.
Yeah.
Yep, and we'll drop it down just a hair.
Sure.
And then we'll also keep the jack under it too.
Yep. Fountain's on it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oil pan. We're gonna leak a little fluid. This nut from the back in here, or bolt, whatever it is. Okay. I just cracked it loose for that and made sure I was lefty loosey. And then I think there's gonna be 2 washers on this, one on either side. Probably the bolt. Alright.
On there good.
So that, I wish I had one to compare it to, but that's a fine thread bolt. You can tell because the threads are close together than the coarse thread. That's a little farther apart. And then, best case scenario, this pops right off right now. This is called the rotor. Back in the day, you used to be able to get your rotors turned, so they put it on a machine. These will warp if they get hot. So like if your brake sticks, they put it on a machine and they would turn it, which basically means they would grind the surface down flat. But anymore, it's just cheaper and easier to make new ones. Nobody really turns rotors anymore. Alright guys, so we got this side totally torn down. The brake line disconnected, we got the calipers off. We got, the pads just came off the calipers, and then luckily that rotor just popped right off with that. So that worked out perfect. We got Mark on the other side doing exactly that, just taking all that stuff apart. While he's working on that, I've gone through and kind of checked all of our parts that we ordered. When you're ordering parts online, you kind of want to make sure that it's the same part when you get it, just to be sure. So these look like everything's going to fit, which is awesome. So we're basically just going to put it all right back together now. Perfect timing. Okay, so I got the brake pads and the caliper. New rotor sitting on there. I think we're ready. Turn this. You mind turning the wheel? That's gonna go on like that.
way?
Yep, all the way.
Good.
Yep. Perfect. All right, guys, so we had a late night last night working on the car here. We couldn't bleed the brakes. Mark and I tried for like, I don't know, an hour to bleed 2 calipers. Could not bleed it. Come to find out, put them on the wrong way. I was even trying to pay attention, but we put them on the wrong way. So we're basically doing a brake job again. We got to switch those, so that's what we're off to. So after take 2 of doing the brakes, we got them on the right side. What it ended up being was the caliper was actually flipped upside down, putting the bleeder screw on the bottom. And you know, if you guys know how to bleed brakes, it doesn't really help trying to bleed air from the bottom. So we just swapped those 2 things around, got the bleeder screw back up on the top, and that worked out perfect. Took it for a test drive, and it is just working out so good. Stops real nice. The brakes actually got some pressure to it. So hopefully we got a lot of miles on those brakes, a lot of miles to come at least, and as well as the engine. You know, like I was mentioning, the engine has all new seals and gaskets throughout the whole thing. The timing belt has been done. The water pump is fairly new. So this engine should be doing pretty good. It's got less than 200,000 on it. Does have the automatic transmission, so that's kind of the weakest point, I think, at this rate. But hopefully the engine holds up. We'll see. You know, we're a little more into this car than I wanted to be at this point, but it was really hard to try to find a vehicle such as this. You know, all-wheel drive, good gas mileage, does good in the snow, the heat works, something like that. With inflation, everything's just been super expensive, so what we're into this, it's really not too bad. So as of right now, this car is pretty much up to par. I think maybe here this next fall, we'll maybe get some new tires on it. It does need some struts in the back, but you know, it's nothing that it can't handle right now, especially since we just put some money into the main components of everything. Hopefully we can kind of hold off for a little bit on spending money on this thing and limp it by pretty much until the fall of this upcoming summer. Big shout out to my cousin Mark for helping me with this. It was super cool having a guy there to, you know, help out. And big shout out to you guys for watching. You know, we can't be doing this without you, and I appreciate you guys sticking through these videos and, you know, kind of trying maybe learning a little bit here and there. And yeah, it's just different content as it comes out. You know, it's not always building content. We're just trying to focus on keep the homestead progressing, you know, and doing stuff like that. So sometimes stuff like this arises, and you do have to do that. It's not always just construction stuff going on around here. We try to do a little bit of everything, mainly to keep the costs down. You know, like I said, we did bring this out to a mechanic. That's one of those things that it was like a very fine detail. This thing has like 4 camshafts in the engine, so I know nothing about that. But everything else we try to do mostly on site. So stuff like this, you know, vehicle maintenance, it's really not too big of a deal. Like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. I hope everybody is doing well, staying warm this winter. We'll catch you in the next video.